Hi there, Kelly here from the Beagle Lady. Today I have my glamorous assistant, Maya.
Hello!
This is my daughter. And today we're going to do a video in regards to how you should be around dogs as a small child, or as a big child, because that's how big you are. You're a big child.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well.
So, right, let's go, shall we, Maya?
Of course.
Right, so what do you do when you meet a dog on the street and you want to go and say hello to it?
Do you mean like when the owner's walking?
Yeah, so if there's an owner or there's a dog tied up somewhere and the owner's standing next to it, what would you do?
Well, always ask the owner if you want to stroke the dog first, because if you just go up and stroke the dog, it could be a bit aggressive and it could bite you, because some dogs are just not...
They're fearful, aren't they? Yeah.
So
exactly.
always ask the owner first.
And how should you approach the dog if you've never met it before? How would you stroke the dog?
So you would go to the side of it and you would stroke the side of it. Don't stroke it over the head, and definitely don't stand in front of them and stroke them, because that makes them a bit like fearful of you, because you're taller than them and you're standing in front of them. If you stroke your head, you're putting your hand across their head, which threatens them. So you need to stroke them on the side. When you're also approaching them, sometimes a good idea is to go round in a circle to them.
Perfect. And if that dog flinches away or gives you a little bit of a growl, what would you do?
So you back away and you leave it alone. You don't touch it anymore, because you know that it might bite you and you don't want to be bitten.
No, you don't. You certainly don't.
Yeah, if it starts to growl at you, or bark at you, just leave it alone. Don't stroke it anymore.
Okay, and then you would leave. You just walk away, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's not your fault or anything you've done. It's just that dog is fearful.
It's just that's dog's personality.
Absolutely. So, right, let's talk about dogs in the home. So you've got a dog in the home and it's asleep in its bed. What do you do and what you don't do?
So what you do you leave it alone, because if it's sleeping and you suddenly just stroke it, or you wake it up and you're quite close to it, especially if you're stroking it, it may bite you because it's quite scared. It's been in a dream, so it doesn't know what's going on. You've just stroked it. It may go to bite you. So never wake a dog up, especially one that you don't know. If you have a dog at home that you know will not bite you when you wake it up, go for it. Like we have Daisy, Daisy Beagle. She is lovely. If you try to wake her up, she won't do anything. You can touch her anywhere and she won't do anything. She's really nice.
She's nice. But it's best to have the same approach for all dogs, isn't it? Yeah, because we have a lot of boarders and we have a lot of different dogs that come and stay with us.
Here comes Billy.
There's Billy. And you know not to go anywhere near them, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you have a new dog in your house, or say a friend's dog comes to visit you, would you agree that you should just leave it alone and wait for it to come up to you?
Of course. Like, you wait for it to come up to you, because if you especially if you really want a dog to like you and you want it to be friends with you, you leave it alone, because if you go to it every time, they'll be quite frightened, because they don't want to communicate with you at the moment, because they're a bit anxious and a bit scared of being in a new place. So you leave them alone. When they come to you, then you stroke them, they walk away, you leave them alone.
Cool. And can you remember what their stress signals are? What they do if they're uncomfortable or stressed and they don't want you to do anything?
So sometimes their tail will go down behind them.
Yeah.
And their ears will kind of go back behind their heads, and they start licking all the way up here and yawning with a kind of a squeak in their yawn.
Yeah, it's like a really exaggerated yawn, isn't it?
Yeah.
And so you know that dog is uncomfortable and wants you to go away, doesn't it? Or leave it alone, or move away, or something like that. Okay. And if a dog was, or even your own dog, so for instance, we've rehomed Billy recently, and he can growl sometimes. If you were to go up to him and he growled at you, what would you do?
So, you asked me this question about a different dog.
I know.
Yeah, but if you just leave him alone.
Absolutely.
Also, when we first got Billy, when we went to the car park to get him, he was barking like manic for like 10 minutes. The sooner we got close to him, he'd bark again. So all we had to do was leave him alone until he finally stopped, and then we could stroke him. So
yeah,
you just leave them alone until they stop barking.
brilliant.
And for the few days, Billy was barking non-stop, wondering who was going down, and then whenever you went back up the stairs, he'd bark a lot because he doesn't know where you've gone.
Yeah,
He's a bit
exactly.
scared.
So is
anxious.
there anything else you want to tell the kids out there what not to do with a dog?
Well, all the things that I've said about not doing with a dog.
Yeah.
So if it's sleeping, don't go up to it and stroke it.
Leave it alone.
Yeah, if it's in a home, always ask the owner for permission to stroke your own dog, and just be really careful with other dogs that you don't know, and always get permission to touch them.
Yeah, lovely. Awesome. So maybe you might come back and help us with some more dog training at some point.
Yes.
Yeah? Do you like that?
Yes, I'd
Lovely.
love to.
Well, we're going to sign off now.
Wait a second.
Okay, go on.
If you guys really love this video, definitely subscribe, leave a like, and a comment down below if you want me to be in more of these videos.
Bye, guys. We'll see you again soon.
Bye.
Bye.